This is a fan-generated show. If you would like to support us, please go to jamieglazov.com, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All your support is greatly appreciated.
Good evening. Welcome to the Jamie Glazov Moment. Tonight, the jihadist caravan, ? My friends, Trump recently stated that the migrant caravan has been infiltrated by criminals and also by unknown Middle Easterners. Oh, the left was just howling after that, just in a rage, mocking and making all sorts of accusations against lots of libel and slander. On CNN, for instance, they were saying that there was no evidence and, calling the president a racist and everything that they usually do. CNN always on the front lines of this, of course, MSNBC as well. But, I was watching Don Lemon, and he was saying, that Trump is being racist again. And, he's doing this because he's triggering hatred and fear of, quote-unquote, brown people. That's what Don Lemon said. And that's apparently why Donald Trump was saying things like this. Well, what do the facts actually tell us? The facts in reality actually tell us that this has nothing to do with racism. That Trump is not trying to trigger any kind of fear or hatred of quote-unquote brown people. There's people of all races, of all kinds of ethnicities in his administration that he loves, and also in our country that do not fear the president, that are not afraid of the president, that actually support the president. This is all slander and libel. What is it really about? Well, you need to read Robert Spencer at Front Page Magazine. You also need to go to his blog, Jihad Watch, and he gives the facts on these things. Now, this particular moment is also credits Robert Spencer's article at Front Page, Caravan Jihad, ? And he gives a lot of the facts there. And let's just discuss some of them. Ladies and gentlemen, Univision correspondent Francisco Santa Anna has reported that Bangladeshi Muslims have joined the migrant caravan in Guatemala. The Guatemalan President Jimmy Morales and Guatemalan Secretary of Strategic Intelligence Mario Duarte, meanwhile, have confirmed that their security forces had caught close to 100 people linked to terrorism/ISIS. Now, they were arrested within Guatemalan territory and deported to their countries of origin. Now, the question is, if ISIS can enter Guatemala, and their main objective is, of course, to hurt the United States and kill American people and American citizens, why can't they enter and join a caravan such as the one headed for our country? Why doesn't CNN have discussions about this? Why doesn't Don Lemon invite Robert Spencer and ask him the facts, and ask Robert Spencer to give his views on why President Trump might be saying things like this? Why doesn't Don Lemon and our leftist media report and talk about what Vice President Pence told the Washington Post the other day? And Pence said that, quote, "It is inconceivable that there are not people of Middle Eastern descent in a crowd of more than 7,000 people advancing towards our border." Now, why did he say that? Because he has stated, and he stated to the Washington Post, that in the last year, U.S. authorities have apprehended more than 10 terrorists or suspected terrorists per day at the U.S. southern border who were from the Middle East region. So, ladies and gentlemen, the facts suggest that jihadis have many times attempted to enter the United States by way of the southern border. Much empirical evidence. Again, go to Robert Spencer, read his article, go to Jihad Watch. Empirical evidence, the facts provide the evidence that Border Patrol has apprehended Muslims from Bangladesh, from Pakistan, and also from African and Middle East hotbeds who were trying to enter the United States illegally. See, once again, Robert Spencer's article, Caravan Jihad ? in Front Page Magazine. Now, also, Julian Palmer, who's a research associate at the Council on Hemispheric Affairs, has done much research on Hezbollah activity in Latin America. And this is a real frightening reality. Look up Julian Palmer. He has written on this phenomenon. and there is Hezbollah activity in Latin America. This has been documented, and it is interwoven and linked to the threat that we face, and why this caravan is a major threat to us, because when it comes to 14,000 people, 14,000 of these quote-unquote migrants, that we now know, much evidence is also rising about that there's also MS-13 and criminals and drug dealers, also drug traffickers in this caravan, that this is a serious issue. But CNN just mocks, MSNBC just laughs, and I'm just curious, when will Don Lemon invite Julian Palmer to discuss Hezbollah activity in Latin America? When will he invite Robert Spencer from Jihad Watch? When will he invite Daniel Greenfield from Front Page Magazine, who writes the blog The Point? Daniel Greenfield is an expert on these matters. When will he invite Steve Emerson or Pamela Geller or Brigitte Gabriel or Nani Darwish or David Horowitz? There are many experts who could come forward to discuss these threats. But instead, CNN just mocks and laughs. And in doing so, they really reveal who they are. Ladies and gentlemen, my new book coming out, Jihadist Psychopath, unveils and exposes why the caravans, like the one that is headed towards the United States right now, is headed towards the United States right now, and what might be in the midst of this caravan. The Jihadist Psychopath explains and unveils why the left is supporting and enabling this caravan and caravans such as this, and why the media is silent about the danger that a caravan like this really poses. Get Jihadist Psychopath and equip yourself with the knowledge, because once you equip yourself with the knowledge of who the Jihadist Psychopath is and how he operates, you will be better equipped to understand the truth and to gauge those, like the people at CNN and MSNBC, who want the worst for our country and for freedom. We'll see you soon on the Jamie Glazov Moment. Good night.